midget man.
That's me. That's me.
Why the you sound like that? What's wrong with your voice? You don't sound healthy. You talk like you on a bad phone.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Oh man, can this woman just go away, please? I mean, seriously, who is even asking for this? Who is the target audience for Leslie Jones in general, let alone taking over The Daily Show? You know, The Daily Show used to be known for its witty comedy, their understanding of political and topical events. It was certainly left slanted, but honestly, it was a show that I think most people could watch and get a little something out of. But I guess gone are those days. No, something like that clearly cannot exist in this idiotic, woke clown world that we are living in. I don't know what the hell this is or who it's for, but I'll tell you one thing, it certainly isn't comedy. This certainly isn't clever political commentary. Definitely not satire either. This is just loud, rude, and painfully unfunny. Let me show you guys this Leslie Jones clip that's currently bouncing around. This is Leslie Jones taking over The Daily Show. You might want to strap in for this one. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks. So for some reason, they've given Leslie Jones The Daily Show chair again, and during her monologue, at one point, she starts going on about RFK Jr., and well, just take a look.
We got RFK Jr., another goofy mother. Don't let them muscles fool you. He's a piece of No, literally a piece of This man swims in sewage like a Ninja Turtle. And they're gonna try to teach us about health?
Seed oil is one of the components of processed foods, and all the science indicates that ultra-processed foods are what are the principal culprit.
Why the you sound like that? What's wrong with your voice? You don't sound healthy. You talk like you on a bad phone line. Hang up! I don't understand what you're saying. And I can't believe this man is from the Kennedys. I thought the Kennedys had swag. Why we got the T. Moose Kennedy? I wish we could do it like we did back in the day. If you was that child, you got locked in the room on holidays because you might hurt somebody. Instead, they put this goofy mother in charge of our health.
Yep, that's what we're calling entertainment on the left right now. A grown woman sitting behind that desk, yelling at the top of her lungs in what can only be described as broken English, just launching ad hominem attacks against RFK Jr. and making fun of his voice, then stupidly asking the question, what's wrong with his voice? What's wrong with this guy? Why he talking like that? Maybe because of the widely known fact that his voice has been affected by spasmodic dysphonia? The guy's got a documented neurological disorder, and it's something that he's literally been talking about for years in public, and the big Leslie Jones comedy pitch for that night of The Daily Show at Comedy Central is let's make fun of the disabled guy. It's unbelievable, and I'm not saying that as if I'm offended. I'm not going to play this ridiculous ableism game, although I will point out the hypocrisy probably at some point. I'm not offended because she's mocked RFK Jr.'s disability. I just think it's dumb and pathetic, and like I just said, hypocritical. I mean, let's not forget that these are the same people who claim that they are the champions of empathy and inclusion, and that includes people with disabilities. We're not ableist. No, they're not ableist, unless you're somehow connected to Donald Trump or the Republican Party. Then all of a sudden, the gloves come off, right? Absolute utter hypocrisy. And again, it's got me mentioning the double standard. What if a right-wing comedian had said something like this? What if RFK Jr. was part of the Biden administration and Tony Hinchcliffe at Madison Square Garden made a joke like this? And it's kind of hard to call it a joke because it's not. It's just crass, unfiltered hatred. But anyways, could you imagine that somebody on the right said something like this about a Democrat politician working in Biden's administration? It would be the end of the frickin' world. But on the left, it's just business as usual because this is what they do. They're painfully unfunny, they're clearly miserable, and they're hateful. Basically, everything that they accuse the right of, they are. It's absolute projection every time. And honestly, this is what defines the modern left. It's just tribalism and cult behavior. They clearly don't care about the ideas, they don't care about debate. It's not about the issues or the facts or the stats. It's just about being the most vulgar and divisive you could possibly be. The person who yells F Donald Trump the loudest basically wins the day. I mean, clearly that's what's happening here, and these networks just don't care anymore. It's not about putting a quality product out there. No, it's just about meeting a specific consumer demand. You've got this extreme minority of people who are just incredibly Trump deranged, and all they want is to be fed constant anti-Trump hysteria, constant hatred towards this administration and anybody associated with it. And so who cares about putting on a good show? Just put on a show. That's it. This desperate low IQ shouting. Just go for the lowest hanging fruits, put the most loud and obnoxious person you could find in front of a camera and have them yell insane obscenities and bigoted attacks against RFK Jr. and then call it highbrow political commentary and comedy. It's unreal. You know, I asked at the start of the video, who is this for? Who is watching this stuff? It's just baffling to me that there's a target audience for this. I mean, this is the worst commentary I think I've ever seen. I feel actively dumber after watching it. I feel like I've lost IQ points, like my brain has withered. And I also tend to ask myself, where is the demand for Leslie Jones? I mean, she is painfully unfunny, clearly talentless, and she seems to destroy any IP that she touches. At one point, they tried putting her as a lead in a movie, the whole Ghostbusters phenomenon, and we know how that went. You know, so again, who's asking for this stuff? Where's it coming from? Who's making the decision to put Leslie Jones as the host of The Daily Show? You know, there's a couple gigs that I could see her being qualified for. I don't know, maybe working at Target or something. But the lead host at The Daily Show? What on God's green earth is going on? Who is making these decisions? Just goes to show how warped the culture has become on the left. It's not about meritocracy. It's not about talent, experience, or knowledge on issues. No, it's just DEI tokenism. Let's be real. They are the fakest bunch out there. It's not about finding somebody qualified for the job who can put together a convincing argument, lay out the facts, point out hypocrisies. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just find the person who will yell the loudest and attack the other side and feed into that tribalist rage, and then of course, check a couple racial and identity boxes as you do it. I will accept no lecture from any of these people. You know, they talk a whole lot about inclusivity, but obviously all they really care about is tokenism. As they reinforce negative racial stereotypes, they can talk all they want about compassion and care, every fluffy feel-good concept that you could imagine, but time and time again through their actions, through their words, they remind us who they really are. Bitter, nasty, bigoted, ideologically possessed and obsessed bullies. And this little Daily Show moment that's currently bouncing around the internet is basically the perfect microcosm. This is the modern left, loud, obnoxious, tribal, hateful, clearly lacking of the facts, and of course, probably most importantly, absolutely hypocritical. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.